Hello friends and welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kallie Branciforte and I'm sitting on my floor because I just had a lot of stuff. This is the only way I could spread it around me. I went to the Dollar Tree last week and it is one of the first times I've really shopped at the Dollar Tree since quarantine. I think I've gone maybe one other time to pick up something really quick, but this is the first time I went and sort of browsed a little and I just saw a lot of new exciting stuff that I feel like I haven't seen at the Dollar Tree before. This doesn't mean that it's necessarily brand new to the Dollar Tree. You've heard me say this before and I will say it again, not all Dollar Trees are created equal, and my local Dollar Tree is sort of one of the mediocre Dollar Trees. It doesn't get all the newest stuff right away. So some of the stuff may have been at the Dollar Tree for a while, but this is the first time that I have seen it. And I'm pretty excited about it. Some really cool, exciting new finds. So let's dive into them. Alright, we're going to start with cleaning stuff because I feel like I saw a good handful of new cleaning stuff that I had not really seen before. And the first thing was these sort of interchangeable broom handles that you can get different attachments for. So for $1 you can get just obviously the handle, and then they had all these different attachments that you could add on to make your own. It's like a make your own cleaning supply. So they had a broom handle. Honestly, my current broom is actually from the Dollar Tree and I've had it for a year and it still works just fine. Then they also had this little wet dry floor mat doodad, you know what I'm talking about? The little guy that you clip on, you know what I mean? For Swiffers and stuff. It's got the little Velcro on the bottom and then the little grippers on the side, so you could use this with name brand Swiffers if you wanted. And I just hadn't seen this before where you could sort of create your own. You could be oh, I need a Swiffer, so I'm just gonna buy this one and this one and make my own, which is really cool. They also had some different mop pads to go with it. So they had this guy, which is a microfiber mop pad, heavy duty. This has felt on one side, so you could literally just stick it right onto this guy, and now you've basically got your own Swiffer for $3, which I think is pretty nice. And I like these fabric removal ones because you can wash them and use them again. So it's a little less wasteful than buying the one-time use ones. And then they also had this duster mop one, which I'm really excited about because personally we have a lot of hardwood floors in our home. So I usually sweep and or vacuum before I mop, but I feel there's always still just stuff in the corners, and microfiber is the best way to do this. And I don't want to get down on my hands and knees every time I want to dry mop. So this is really nice. I've never seen a big fluffy microfiber one like this before. And again, sticks right onto this guy right here, and I feel this is gonna be so good for just getting in corners, dog hair, just all the little dust and whatever that the vacuum and the broom doesn't get up. This is gonna be super nice for that. Also, my current dustpan is from the Dollar Tree, but I found this guy, which is on a long handle, and I was this is brilliant because I don't want to sound lazy, but not having to bend down every time I want to just use my dustpan. Sounds really nice, you know? It says it's a lobby dustpan. I guess that means it's more high-end than a regular dustpan. I'm not really sure. All right, it is that time of year when there's a lot of back-to-school stuff. And what I specifically noticed there was a lot of is a ton of adorable notepads for only $1. I find that the composition notebooks from the Dollar Tree are a great deal. Sometimes when you do back to school sales, Walmart and Staples will sometimes have them a little cheaper for 88 cents. But these are super, super cute patterns. And what was interesting is I feel because we're all still a little bit in limbo on if people are going back to school or not, none of the school stuff had been picked over at all. And I love picking up these composition notebooks. I use them for just list making and for brain dumps. I always keep them around the house. So I thought that these were really great. They also had some smaller ones that were just super, super cute if you using smaller journals. Again, I usually find when I go to the Dollar Tree that the back to school stuff is picked over within the first day that it is up there. And this was still fully stocked. There were still lots of choices. So if you need some cute little composition books, you need some journals, some notebooks, right now at the Dollar Tree is a good time to get it because people are really not picking it over just yet. Well, we're all still in our weird little limbo. Okay, this next product is kind of random, but I don't remember ever seeing these. These were in the baby section, and it is these fleece blankets. The first thing that caught my eye was that I just thought the pattern was really nice, but then I realized, I'm gonna open this up. This is the largest piece of fabric I have seen at the Dollar Tree available. And so I am obviously, my gears are turning and thinking of all sorts of DIYs that I could do with this. This is a pretty good sized piece of fleece for $1, and it's in a really cute little buffalo check gray pattern. So I picked up 2 of these. I actually have a really fun DIY planned for these. That video is probably not going to come up for a couple of weeks, so stay tuned for what I'm going to transform these baby blankets into. Okay, my final round of stuff is all craft stuff. My Dollar Tree has always lacked in craft stuff, and I do see other people post craft stuff they get from the Dollar Tree, and I'm like, my Dollar Tree does not have that stuff. But finally they're starting to get more, which makes me think even if your local Dollar Tree is not one of the really amazing ones, keep your eyes peeled, because we had like a whole new section of craft stuff at my Dollar Tree. One of the things specifically was a lot of wood products. So they had these little wooden crates, which were so freaking cute. I can think of about a million different fun DIYs I can do with these. I'm actually working on a DIY video that's gonna go up either this Sunday or next Thursday, so stay tuned that I'm gonna do with these little wooden crates. They also had slightly larger ones like this. These are so nice for $1, and there's so many fun different creative things that you can do with them. Obviously you can just use them as is for storage, like in cabinets, in kitchen drawers, and your bathroom, like sit them out on a vanity. But I'm gonna get a little crafty with them and upcycle them in an upcoming video. They also just had a ton of other wooden stuff. They had this little wooden hello. I'm going to DIY this. Stay tuned for an upcoming video. And then they also just had like this little hanging wooden guy. Like, oh my God, we can do so many cute craft things with this. For $1, it was such a steal. And then also a wooden plaque like this. I bought a similar one to this at Michael's, half the size, for $1. I think last Halloween I did a Halloween DIY with it, and this one's even bigger, so you can do plaques with it. What I did with it is I put like an animal head on it, so it'd be really cute for like nursery decor. You can do so many different things with these different wooden plaques. Another product I found that I was thinking craft for, but it actually was in the hair section, is these little wooden beads. These are wooden braid beads, but I just think we can do a lot of very interesting and fun craft things with these. Wooden beads like this at a craft store, you'd spend at least $1.50 to $2 for 20 of them. So I snagged these. I'm not totally sure exactly what I'm going to do with them, but I'm keeping them in the back of my mind for an upcoming DIY. Okay, the last product that I saw that I've never seen at the Dollar Tree before is chalkboard paint and chalkboard pens. I had never seen chalkboard paint at the Dollar Tree before, so I was pretty excited about this. So I'm a little intrigued by these ones, so I'm actually gonna try a fun little DIY in this video just to try out the chalkboard paint. Okay, so I'm starting with one of the plastic cutting boards that you get in the kitchen section, and then I'm just going to use the chalkboard paint to paint this. I actually needed way less of the chalkboard paint than I thought that I did. It covers it really well. I was actually pleasantly surprised by that. So I did one coat, I let it dry, and then I did another coat. And once that was completely dry, I'm just taking these adhesive cork sheets. You can get these in the craft section. These are new to my Dollar Tree as well, and I love these. I can think of so many fun DIYs I'm gonna do with these, but I'm just gonna cut it to the shape of the cutting board and stick it into the center. And then I opened the chalkboard pen and actually was really pleasantly surprised by this. A lot of chalkboard pens I use are more of an ink chalkboard pen, but this is actually kind of like a wet, it almost feels like a paint stick. And so I decided to just go ahead and try freehanding it just to sort of like see what it was like, and actually really liked using this. I feel like it really gave the nice look of chalk, but it was so much easier to use than regular chalk or even than a lot of the ink-based ones. So my first attempt, I didn't love the way the lettering came out, and it said on the packaging that you can just use a damp rag to wipe this away. So I wanted to try and see if that was accurate, and it was. It totally just wiped away with a damp towel, which is also amazing because a lot of the ink-based ones are actually really hard to get off. So overall, I was really pleasantly surprised with the chalkboard pen and the chalkboard paint. Once this re-dried, I just went ahead and re-lettered it again, and I love the way this came out. It's just a cute little pin board where you can like hang it in your kitchen, put little notes on it, put your grocery list on it, whatever. This came out really cute. Alright guys, that was some of the new Dollar Tree finds that I have found. Some really good new stuff, and I'm really excited to use my new cleaning stuff, but also to get my hands dirty doing some DIYs with some of this new craft stuff. I love when I find new stuff at the Dollar Tree that inspires me to create fun stuff, so definitely be staying tuned. There's going to be a good handful of Dollar Tree DIY videos coming up. If you're new, definitely make sure you subscribe so you don't miss those videos. I post a new video every single Sunday, and then 2 bonus videos on Thursdays every single month. But as always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I hope you are having a fantastic day, and I will see you all in the next video.